Well, new technologies such as mobile, social and cloud, they're enabling businesses to do a lot more with technology and create whole new business models, products and services. And also that is how the consumers want to interact with businesses as well. So they're opening up a whole new world of opportunity for businesses. But in doing that, they're presenting challenges for IT functions because the IT function isn't really geared up to work with those kind of technologies in quite the same way. It needs a different skill set and a different way of approaching IT. So as a result of that, they're being challenged by the other business functions who do want to engage and use those technologies, which they say don't quite fit with the traditional way of working in IT. Well, shadow IT is born out of that frustration of the rest of the other business functions perhaps not getting the support they need from their IT function. So CMOs, for example, believe that the IT functions are just too slow, so they don't respond quickly enough. The traditional ways of doing things are just a bit too slow for digital business. So they're tending now to go round the IT function, going direct to vendors, and in some cases actually employing their own IT staff. And that's kind of the classic definition of shadow IT. Well, traditional models of IT are being challenged by some of those new technology, and they're really with the speed of which digital markets need to operate. So as a result of that, the more traditional, very serial, sequential processes that IT functions tend to follow really just can't cope with the much more dynamic approach that digital needs. So, and that's really kind of showing up some weaknesses within the IT function. And IT models really need new skills for the digital age, and they're much more outward and proactive skills, whereas IT functions have traditionally been quite reactive, waiting for a business need and then reacting to that need. In digital, and where the rest of the business is going, they need their IT functions to actually work alongside them and actually identify opportunities to use technology as opposed to waiting for a need. And that needs a whole different skill set than has traditionally existed in the IT function. Well, it's my view that IT functions are actually being disrupted themselves. So they haven't had a change in their underlying business model for many years. There are now new ways of meeting the business need, and the business knows that, and the business is kind of going off without IT. So IT needs quite a radical change in the way it operates. So as part of why I wrote in my book was the need for a new model for IT. So I'd recommend that IT functions really have a serious look at what they're doing and how they're doing it, and really question why they genuinely need to do that anymore, and actually look at how they can add value and how they can become that more proactive partner to the business as opposed to the reactive service provider that has been in the past.